I'm always on the hunt for well-designed products that look beautiful and are highly functional. Sometimes I come across things that are so unique and interesting, I can't help but go down the rabbit hole. Hello, I'm Matthew Encina. In this video, I'll share some of my recent favorite desk and office accessories from off the shelf to custom built. If you're interested in what you see here, I'll leave links to everything in the description below. Before I begin, I want to thank Samsung for sponsoring a portion of this video. More on that later. If you've been around on my channel long enough, you know I'm a huge fan of the Ikea Skadis pegboards because they provide a modular, simple way to organize and host my favorite tools. While Ikea carries a range of accessories for its pegboard system, I've found third-party makers that add so much more customization to the ecosystem. I've purchased a variety of accessories to test out, but here are two of my favorites. First is this magnet mount, which is a great way to hold and display your metal tools. While these are strong enough to hold my hammer, I currently use them to hold my utility knife, scissors, and precision screwdriver. Next are these hooks that are much shorter than the Ikea ones and have a slight back angle to them. They're perfect for narrow and tall objects like your iPad, books, or to display your keyboards. There are more I've bought and used recently, which I'll leave links to in the description if you want to check them out. Moving over to my main desk setup, I made a few updates here that have improved my day-to-day work. Starting with my computer, I upgraded my MacBook Pro to the 16-inch M1 Max. It's a huge upgrade from my previous Intel-based laptop and performs amazing, especially for video work. I shoot everything in 4K at fairly high bit rates, and the new chipset processes everything quickly without the need to create proxies anymore. This has sped up my workflow and saves me hours on every project. To connect the laptop to the rest of my setup, CalDigit recently sent me their new TS4 Thunderbolt 4 station to upgrade my previous TS3 dock. The TS4 offers better display capabilities, more ports, and better power delivery than the previous model. It connects my laptop to all of my peripherals with a single cable. To keep the dock and laptop hidden underneath my desk, I'm using these custom 3D printed racks to mount my devices, a simple way to preserve open space on my desktop. If you can't tell by now, I really like black and white objects against natural materials, and I've added a few new things on my desk to refresh the space. Starting with this tall desk cup designed by Base Object. This heavyweight container is perfect for holding my Monstera adansonii cuttings in water. I love plants, so it's nice to have a little nature on my desk to break up the tech. I've never been a huge fan of incense in the past, but I saw a video recently recommending this from the 30x40 YouTube channel, so I thought I'd give it a shot. This incense smells light and burns out in under 10 minutes, so it's not overwhelming. I ended up really liking it, and it's become part of my morning ritual when I arrive in my office. It's incredibly satisfying and relaxing for me to watch it slowly burn while I sip my morning coffee. Just because office supplies are basic items doesn't mean they can't also look beautiful. Like this pair of HMM scissors that stand up with a magnet base for quick access and a unique upright display. Great for quick trims or opening boxes. Writing is something I do daily, and lately I've enjoyed writing with the Mark I pen designed by Studio Neat. It has a wide diameter which feels great in my hand. The ink comes out smoothly, and I love the sound of the clicking knock. For the past year, I've been using the analog system by Ugmonk to keep track of my to-dos. So I was ecstatic to learn that they now offer it in maple, a lighter wood that better matches my setup. I love supporting small independent businesses like Ugmonk, GroveMade, and Studio Neat. So check them out in the description and save a few bucks when you use some of my affiliate links. Before we continue, I want to take a moment to thank Samsung for sponsoring this portion of the video. Since I love making content on tech and accessories, I was sent the Samsung M7 Smart Monitor with streaming TV to try it out. It's a 32-inch 4K UHD display that's made for both work and entertainment. Think of it as a hybrid between a computer monitor and a smart TV. Because this is designed with a dual purpose in mind, the Samsung M7 smart monitor with streaming TV can save space for those who are conscious about maintaining a minimal footprint for your devices. It offers a one-cable USB-C plug-and-play option if you want to charge and connect your laptop. It also has 2 HDMI ports to connect different devices and built-in USB ports for your peripherals. While the stand is beautifully designed on its own, for my setup, I'm using the VESA mount compatibility to mount this on my wall. The display itself features a thin bezel, built-in speakers, and is big enough for multitasking and detailed work. The adaptive picture feature optimizes brightness depending on the time of day and has blue light protection, which makes it easy on your eyes. While I work, sometimes I like to watch videos in the background on my phone. When I find something interesting that draws me in, I like to pull it up on a bigger screen to review. Luckily, the Samsung M7 smart monitor with streaming TV has built-in AirPlay, so I can easily watch it on a bigger screen. When you want to take a break from work, you can natively pull up any of the popular streaming services to watch your favorite content, or switch between your connected devices using the included remote. If you need a versatile display that bridges the gap between work and play, the Samsung M7 monitor with streaming TV is the do-it-all screen for you. Thank you, Samsung. Now back to the video. Over the years, I've grown accustomed to low-profile keyboards, but for the past few months, I've gradually made a progression back to taller mechanical keyboards. What drew me back in was the aesthetics of modern keyboard makers and the promise of a premium typing experience. But the allure comes from the endless possibilities of customization of the case, internals, switches, and keycaps that can modify the look, feel, and sound of each build. That's particularly attractive to me as someone who loves to tinker and make continual improvements to everything around me. Here are a few keyboards I've tested over the past several months that I've personally enjoyed. First up is the Keychron K7. This was my first foray back into mechanical keyboards and is a great entry-level option. It's a pre-built, compact 65% low-profile wireless mechanical keyboard that can connect to multiple devices. Coming from an Apple and MX series profile, this was a great transition board for me. A step up from there, in terms of materials, cost, and customization, is the Keychron Q2. This is a wired aluminum keyboard which can be purchased as a complete build or as a bare bones kit. Out of the box, you'll immediately notice its heavy weight and quality materials. This was the first keyboard that I customized, replacing the plate and adding the Tempest tape mod to alter the sound. I also swapped the switches and added white on black keycaps. This made for a beautiful look and typing experience. Of course, it doesn't end there. When I get into something, I go deep. For a premium mechanical keyboard experience, I recently purchased the Mode 65. This takes it to a whole nother level. The difference is in the details. The finish on all of the surfaces are immaculate, and this keyboard features an interesting headplate that can be swapped out with other options. I chose this black mirror finish for a nice material accent. I paired this with Mode's tactile switches, which are hand lubricated for smooth typing, and use GMK white on black keycaps for a crisp aesthetic and beautiful sound. Each of these keyboards have their own distinct characteristics, and I'll continue to modify them as my interest grows in this hobby. There are so many more details that go into custom mechanical keyboards that I can't possibly cover here. So for now, I'll leave a link in the description to the details of my keyboards and a few other helpful resources to help you get started. If you have any questions about anything you've seen in today's video, ask and I'll do my best to answer it. With that out of the way, it's time to get back to work.